Which are the worst designer handbags to buy? Which features should you consider avoiding for your next handbag purchase? Let's have a look. Hello everyone and welcome back to another mommy review where I review all things for the love of. Today I want to talk about the worst designer bags to buy, and these are features that would absolutely be a no-go for me. So before I get started, if you like the content on this channel, I would appreciate it very much if you would consider giving this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for considering, and on with the video. So for this video, I'm gonna go over bag features that are absolutely like a no-go for me, and like there are features that are deal breakers. So a lot of this is like my personal opinion, but I would love to start a conversation below about what are like bags features that are like total deal breakers for you. For me, I am trying to avoid any impulse buys, so this video is a list of all the features that is a no-go for me, so I can revert back to it when I feel pressured to buy. And like, this is something I hope is helpful for you. I feel like not a lot of people talk about like the no-go features. Like, people are talking about like what handbags they like and like simply like not buying at all. Of course, I'm not talking about like novelty bags that are shaped like fruits or animals, but like more general features, and I'm not targeting any specific brand here. Some of the features is just not compatible with my lifestyle or my preference right now, and some of it might seem really silly to you, but overall I feel like my final list here comes from like a lot of trial and error, and I hope that these are helpful for you and maybe it will help you in saving some money in the long run. And thinking back, I certainly would have appreciated a list like this when I started my handbag collection. So let's start. Number one is definitely the weight. I feel like the weight is like a deal breaker, and a lot of times like you don't see the weight on the website for a lot of these handbags unless you see it in person and you can see how heavy it could be. If the bag looks really nice but it's like already heavy when it's empty, it's likely a total no for me. Okay, here's my second no-go feature. It's a bag with a divider compartment. Like, I like compartments with like a zip pocket on the back, which is a little bit more functional for me. But a lot of times when there is dividers built into handbags, I feel like it really obstructs and limits like bigger items that you may want to put in your handbag. Non-collapsible top handles, especially on crossbody bags. I'm not a fan of handles like sticking up against my waist and sides. I just find that they get in the way when I'm trying to dig in and get my belongings, and that has actually limited a lot of handbags that I've been considering on my wish list. Vegan leather. Now, I think this is kind of like immediate turn off for me, just because I feel like a lot of times vegan leather is like rebranding of plastic bags, and that's just really annoying for me, the way the industry remarkets it. Like, vegan leather a lot of time is plastic, and it's all in the marketing. In most cases, it's just plastic rebranded. Bags with no secure closure. I love tote bags, and sometimes it's nice to have a magnetic closure. However, I must share that I have some unpleasant experiences, like losing my wallet while I'm out, and I just get way too paranoid commuting without a zipper closure, especially in like busy areas. And I would hate to lose my passport or any of my like really important items when I'm on a trip, let's say. And that is now moving towards like no go for me, because I'm worried also like if I tilt my bag over, if everything just like falls out of a open tote. Sizing. The mini bag phase I think is phasing out slowly, but I do love like some of these cute little bags sometimes. So for me, the minimum is to like fit my phone. Preferably it's able to fit like my keys and maybe like a Kindle or like a mini iPad. And like, I just feel like for a bag to be functional and use it every day, it needs to at least fit a phone. straps. I'm not sure if this bugs anybody else, but when a strap is too long to be a shoulder strap but too short to be like a comfortable cross body strap, that really bothers me. And I am a little bit on the shorter side, so it's nice that a strap is adjustable and not like one size fits all. I hate it when a crossbody hits you like right under the elbow, so you have to like hold your arm like awkwardly. And I'm also not a fan of straps that are entirely metal chains. They're just like not comfortable with time. I absolutely cannot stand bags with like non-adjustable strap, even like with weight fluctuations. I just need it to be adjustable where like the bag will land. Option for crossbody. I am currently in a life stage where if a handbag doesn't have a crossbody strap, I will less likely to use it. I need the ability to be like hands-free with my kids, and I end up like buying a lot of crossbody straps for like several of my like top handle carry bags, and I use them like all the time once I've made that change. I do love satchels. They are very beautiful, but I can't deal with carrying a bag by the handle or the crooks of my arm at this time, and that's just me. Another thing is like the placement of where the strap attaches to the bag. One of the absolute no-go features for me is when the strap obstructs the opening of the bag. Like it goes over it, and then when the long strap doesn't attach the end of the bag but like the front or the back, if you know what I mean, making it hang really awkwardly and not evenly balanced. Clutches must have strap. If there is no strap, no thank you. Logos all over. I feel like it's such like an outdated trend. I am only buying more understated handbags of like quality leather now. I think that logos are just making handbags look more outdated quickly and often more of a trend. Materials. When looking at handbags, it's so important to look at bags that like will be easy to maintain and will last for years to come. I'm always worried about materials that will stain easily, especially like pale, delicate suede. Feet. It is so important for like a luxury handbag to have feet on the bottom. What I'm talking about is metal hardware to protect the bottom. Is so important. That's why whenever I went shopping for handbags, if they're gonna stand on like a flat surface, I always look for feet. Designs with top opening of bags that are narrower on the top than it is on the bottom. I mean, it looks good, but in real life, it's such a nightmare to find anything inside. Interior. I know that we focus so much on like the exterior, the design, and like the fabric, but it's so important to look at the interior of the bag as well. Like suede interior is a put off for me. It may be just me, but within a year it won't look as nice regardless how careful you try to take care of it. Fabric lining that are loose or baggy or not like properly anchored into the structure of the bag just does not feel luxurious. Slip pockets. I absolutely need a good back zip pocket for my phone, especially like for flap bags. I don't want to be like opening my flap just to get my phone on the inside, because it's something that I use like very regularly and check on. Stitching and glazing. Sloppy stitching and glazing, or even crooked hardware or patterns that just don't line up, is something that doesn't look very refined for me. I can't do false leather, and I don't like a hard plastic like leather. Those finishes just feels and smells like basically not like the real leather that I love. Black hardware is also a no-go for me. It is inevitably going to chip if you're using the bag regularly, and it just makes the handbag look really cheap. Okay, the last few things I want to bring up is more personal preferences. Sequin handbags look beautiful in person and even online, but they are a no-go for me. They look really cute but feel terrible against the skin. Next is any bags of tie closure. I mean, like, it looks very quaint and vintage, but like nobody has time for that nowadays, right? Magnetic closure is the way to go for me. Lastly, big buckles or oversized hardware parts are like a no-go for me. I feel like they get outdated so quickly. And on the same note, handbags with just like lots of logos will go out of style like in 1 or 2 seasons, so totally not worth it. And the last thing I want to add to my checklist is that I must be enthusiastic about the handbag, that I must love it. And that is just like a vibe you get when you put on a handbag and you know this is the one. So that is my list of the top no-go handbag features that I think is totally not worth buying. And I just want to start a conversation about this because we spend so much time talking about like handbags that we like, but like having a no-go list is so good to save you time and money when you feel an impulse to buy a new handbag and add it to your collection. It is so important for handbags to be functional, like bags are meant to be used. So I hope this checklist is helpful for you to save your time when you're considering your next handbag purchase to add to your collection. Well, with that said, thank you so much for joining me on this mommy review, and I would love to hear in the comments below if there's anything on the checklist that you don't agree with or things that you think should have been added but was not mentioned. Well, that's it for now. Thank you so much for joining me on another mommy review, and I will see you next time. Take care and stay safe, everyone. Bye for now.